This video is about divine intervention, and I will start by saying that being lately at my mother's house, I've heard news on TV, and I wouldn't hear this news otherwise because I do not have television in my house, and I don't like television. And actually, I was not happy to hear news during my visit at my mother's. But my mother was constantly drawing my attention to this news, and she was kind of also upset that I don't want to hear it. And also the news service was going into details and into more details about this. So I was kind of forced to hear this. And then when I came back home, only then, I've understood that this was a very important message, a spiritual message. So now I will give you the news, and then we will be understanding more the topic of divine intervention and divine justice. How does it work? So first, let's go with the news. I have to warn you that it will be very sad news. So the protagonist, the main character in the news, is a 5-year-old boy. And this boy called emergency number during the day. It was like midday. And he was saying to the operator that he was very hungry. And the operator immediately asked about parents. Where are your parents? And the boy said that the parents were sleeping, are not available. They cannot talk to the operator. So both of them were unable to speak. They were lying down. The operator realized by some sounds of the parents also coming from the parents that they were both drunk. So they were unable to feed the boy, and he was so desperate that he called the emergency number. So to cut the long story short, the boy was found by the police, by the forces, and was taken away from his parents, and he was given, I assume, another home, while his parents were stripped of the parental rights and had some very bad procedure going on for them. So this is the end of the story. And now, how does it relate to the divine intervention and to the divine justice? So it is very similar mechanism. And when you find yourself in a situation that can be similar to this situation of this 5-year-old boy, it is enough just to inform the divine, the spirit, about the state you are in. You don't have to even point a finger against someone who put you in this situation or is responsible for your suffering, because if the operator was able to figure out who was responsible and was able to figure out what to do in this situation to restore justice, to restore balance to this situation, we can easily imagine how the divine may see everything so clearly. So it is enough to just to inform the divine, just to talk to the divine, to God, about your suffering. Especially if you are innocent in this situation, like this 5-year-old boy. Especially if you are loving, giving, if you are doing everything in your power to survive, to cope, because I think this boy couldn't imagine that he will be taken away from the parents, and couldn't even imagine what the parents will be put through because of him, because of their conduct, I should say. And so if you are an adult but you conserve this innocence, this kind of innocence and defenselessness as this child, 5-year-old child, you will be helped. You will be helped in ways beyond your understanding even. You will be given back everything that you should have. Just by the act, the simple act to inform the divine of your suffering, of your problems. You may also ask the divine to help you, but if you are in a position to have this help by your godly conduct, by your innocence, by your defenselessness, the divine will take care of you, will understand the situation, and will help you the same way as they helped this 5-year-old boy.